So, welcome everyone to today's webinar with the topic software-defined robotics. Let me just quickly share screen and then we can start. Okay, perfect. Cool. So, like I said, welcome everyone. I'm Tony, and today I want to give you insights in how Wandelbots actually helps facing the current challenges of robotic automation. And if you have any questions along the way, please post them into the chat and I will answer them at the end. So first of all, who doesn't know Wandelbots? We started like 7 years ago with the task of making robotic automation much more modern, flexible, and also software orientated, and as well much more accessible actually for the people that work in automation. So we are currently around 120 people in Germany as well, in Chicago, and everything actually Wandelbots does is about software. So how to support automation with a software-defined approach. So let's start into it. At Wandelbots, actually, our current focus is on empowering enterprises to transform every robot automation line into a software-defined, continuously optimizing asset. But what is actually the challenge we want to address here? So everyone, probably also you guys, is aware of today's market situations, right? So labor shortages affecting nearly every industry, a volatile geopolitical environment leading to unstable supply chains and escalating operational costs, pressuring as well profitability. And as a result, the whole industry is actually full of urgency, right? So everyone is saying we must digitalize. Everyone wants to be in the front row of innovation. And yet we still see many companies struggling with profitability despite these ambitions. So this gap between aspiration and reality is what we want to address actually. And in the companies we talk to, including even like high automotive players, industrial automation has traditionally been and is still actually driven by hardware and also rigid and flexible concepts. So everyone recognizes the same core issue, like we are too slow and too inflexible when it comes to adapting to changes in our robotic setups. When we take a closer look here, it reveals actually that siloed automation systems, technologies, and also components don't communicate as they should. And like each automation line, each robot vendor, each programming environment adds another layer of complexity. And when change is required, then suddenly, whether it's like, for example, new production variants or faster cycle times or shifting demands, the answer today often is in like throwing more hardware on it, like involving costly mechanical redesigns. And this comes with extended downtimes and also disruption of production flows. So the good thing here is that many companies have already realized the need to break up these rigid siloed environments. And they've seen also in the IT world that the software-defined approach has driven process optimizations and also better collaboration and also seamless AI integration, right? And our task now is, so the task of Wandelbots, to transform this IT success that we had also on the OT operation technology as well. So our approach works on two levels that you can see on the right side here. The first one is an intelligent execution layer, whether you're planning, for example, new robot use cases or optimizing existing ones. We make robot itself, like legacy ones and also new ones, more intelligent and adaptive through a smarter execution layer. And adding up to that, with smarter robots, we can achieve a collective intelligence in robotics, which means enabling a factory to operate as an intelligent collective, from an individual robot to an automation line to entire factories and also even decentralized sites. To give the whole picture a little bit more visual, we believe areas like the shop floor, warehouses, and also logistics must evolve into living systems. That means systems that can continuously innovate, optimize, and also remain online through a seamless connection between the physical and the virtual world. And it's about alignment actually of automation capabilities with each company's unique situation and use case, enabling continuous improvement through simulation, validation, and also the adaptation, right? So our mission is now to empower your teams or in general operation teams that work with robots to focus on what actually truly matters. And that is maximizing productivity, enhancing assets, achievement of better cycle times, reducing downtime, and also accelerating the implementation of new ideas and use cases. But most importantly, we want actually to make sure that the shop floor workers are confident and capable when they interact with robots and also the technology around it, like periphery. So in conclusion, this comes down to the foundation of our solution, as you can see here in this picture. And this actually consists of three parts. First part is we bring a modern cloud-native infrastructure, which provides a robust robotics software layer that integrates the entire ecosystem from planning to real-time monitoring up to execution. Second thing is a technology agnostic design. So we actually do not care which robots like Fanuc, ABB, Yaskawa, KUKA you want to use. And also we don't care what specific peripherals, sensors, or other software stacks are used because we want to focus on the use case. And the third part here is bringing the simplicity and also the intuitiveness into it. That means ensuring that every tool and user interface is actually intuitive for workers on the shop floor and also for factory leaders, but without the fear of pressing actually the wrong button or breaking something or being dependent on engineers and their availability, for example, to come to reprogram any robots or use cases. So when we now focus on the Wandelbots capabilities, our product follows actually a three-layered approach to modernize automation and bridge the gap between IT and also OT. So layer one is on the top, the cloud-native platform layer. So this is actually a centralized orchestration and robot management environment that enables full control, validation, and also regulatory compliant management of automation assets across different locations. And this is, at the same time, the digital data backbone for scaling operations efficiently and opening the door for the usage of AI and machine learning as well. After, below, there comes actually the developer portal, yeah? A collaborative environment for engineers and also software developers. And this facilitates the creation of new services around your robotic applications, building apps, nice UIs, and also the usage of modern APIs and Python SDKs for the creation of robot programs without actually the knowledge of each specific robot OEM. Yeah. Adding to that, this comes with seamless integrations with ecosystems like what we mainly focus on, NVIDIA Omniverse and also Real Virtual, which we use for the simulation and also the programming of virtual robot cells. And how the whole thing comes now into the shop floor, this happens in layer 3. After creating robot programs and the applications, we need to deploy them to the shop floor and to the real world. And this happens with our agnostic operating system, which is called Wandelbots Nova. And agnostic means, in this case, agnostic to robot brands like the big industrial robot brands, Fanuc, ABB, KUKA, Yaskawa, but also agnostic to the periphery and its software, like, for example, sensors and also camera systems. This operating system at the end executes then the automation logic in the physical world while validating it in the digital world using digital twin in the loop. Yeah. And at the end, as a result, you have a synchronized end-to-end system that unites actually the planning, like the simulation, for example, the development of programs, of building nice intuitive UIs, and also the validation execution of robot projects. And when we go now again a level deeper to look at real customer projects, that we normally distinguish between greenfield areas and also brownfield areas. Brownfield areas is, for example, optimizing and enhancing of existing systems. And greenfield environments are like building new lines and also capabilities from scratch. Starting with the brownfield areas, the majority actually of our current work lies in this area, where customers seek to increase output and efficiency of existing production systems and also robot lines. And these projects often target two things. One thing is the cycle time optimization. We want to get faster. And the second thing is higher availability and uptime for our legacy setups. Yeah. And Wandelbots supports to achieve that. For example, we worked with a leading automotive manufacturer, and there we together optimized actually a body shop production line consisting of around 20 robots. Unfortunately, I can't share this video here. That's why I use a more simple one as an indication. So therefore, we actually used, in this case, NVIDIA Omniverse and also Wandelbot software, and we could improve the cycle time by nearly 2 seconds for this whole setup, which is actually bringing a lot of money or saving a lot of money for this company, right? And the whole thing without actually any mechanical modifications, just achieving that with purely AI-powered optimization algorithms. When we now go to the second use case, the greenfield scenarios, customers normally build new automation systems from scratch. And here we focus on enabling them to do this smarter and also faster. Here, actually, we have two values that we drive. The one thing is smart path planning. So the smart path planning is finding the best path for your robot application. And the second thing is the digital twin programming. That means programming or writing the whole program already in the virtual world, testing it, and at the end deploying it to the real robot. As an example, I brought here a video from the setup that one of our largest customers, Schaeffler, is using. And they implemented a fully virtual greenfield setup to automate actually a flexible assembly task. And what you can see here is a handling and inserting task of a bendable component like an X-ring, and together with a finger gripper into a fixture. And the entire task was actually planned, programmed, and validated within a digital twin using NVIDIA Omniverse and Isaac Sim. Yeah. Why is this important? Our software actually treats virtual and real robots identically. So that means the same code, the same behavior, zero difference whether you are simulating or deploying it to the physical hardware. And this is actually made possible through two things. The first is like deep integration within the robot controllers of the OEMs. And the second thing is motion planning engines that consider real-world robot dynamics, like, for example, payloads on the TCP. And at the end, this allows actually the teams to accelerate development cycles, reduce the commissioning times, and also seamlessly transition from the simulation to the production with confidence and performance parity between digital and also physical environments. Yeah, and this brings me already actually to the end and also to my call to action for you guys. So because where you can see that now live. Everything that was shown today, we also show at Automatica Fair in Munich in 2 weeks, like from the 24th to the 27th of June. And while our operating system, Wandelbots Nova, and the developer portal are already in the market, we are launching our cloud-native platform product also on Automatica to connect actually everything at the end together. So join us at the booth to see that firsthand. And we would really appreciate and really looking forward to seeing you there. Cool. So that's actually all for today. So thanks a lot for watching, and thanks a lot for the attention. Finally, there's now room for some questions and feedback. So feel free to share what you have in mind and post it in the chat. I will have a look at the chat and give you some time to write something. Otherwise, I will then just finish the session. So first of all, thanks a lot for the attention, guys. I will wait maybe 20 more seconds. Maybe someone has a feedback. Did you like the session? Also, do you have any specific questions to what was shared? Happy to answer that. Okay, then I would say thanks a lot for the participation, guys, and enjoy your day, and see you maybe at Automatica. Bye-bye. Oh, there's a question still coming. Oh, just lost on point, actually. The question is, are you also planning an easier programming interface rather than just Python? Good question. So actually, we have two ways of programming. The one is Python, like with Python SDKs and like with the normal programming environment. Second thing is we also have a possibility which is called Wandelscript. This is a language that is actually also Python based, but we made it actually a little bit easier. And therefore, we also build like a front end that you can use. It's looking similar to actually an teach pendant, right? Where you can see the robot and also the code next to it. And this is even easier actually than using Python. Like for example, for beginners, like for automation engineers that want to go into the area of programming with programming languages. And therefore, we also provide that. Yeah. So to answer the question, hopefully that helped. More questions? You're welcome. Cool. Okay, guys. Then again, thanks a lot, and enjoy your day. Bye-bye.